Hey folks, and finally welcome to another episode of Airport Adventures. It's been quite a while since I was able to go into a new airport and show you around. My name's Andrew, and today I'm in Chitose, just south of Sapporo, on the island of Hokkaido here in Japan, and I'm going to be flying back to Tokyo out of a new Chitose Airport. This is a large airport servicing Sapporo and most of the island of Hokkaido, so I think this is going to be a great video. So come along, let's check out not the old, but the new Chitose Airport. Located 50 kilometers south of Sapporo, New Chitose is best reached using the JR train. The frequent service takes about 35 minutes and costs 1,150 yen one way. It's also fully covered by the JR or JR Hokkaido Rail Pass. The airport has a domestic terminal consisting of 18 gates and a smaller international facility with 6. International destinations are mainly in Eastern Asia, with some farther seasonal routes. The airport has been around since the mid-1960s, so why is it called new? So the new Chitose Airport, the terminal was made in the 80s. Before then it was Chitose Airport, and the grounds are shared with the Japan Self-Defense Forces. And the original terminal was opened in the 60s and used all the way through the Olympics in 72. And then in the 80s they constructed the new Chitose terminal. Anyway, if you have more than a couple hours to kill at the airport, you might want to come to the Chitose Outlet Mall. It's only one stop away on the train, or there's usually a free shuttle bus that can take you to and from the terminal, which is nice and fast. And if you want to get out of the airport, if you have a long time before your flight, it might be something that you want to check out like I'm doing today. Alright, so we got off the train and we made it up to the second floor, which is the departures floor. And I guess this terminal is set up like, best to describe it, it's set up as a semicircle. And I think this is the first terminal that I've been to kind of set up in this fashion. And the outside circumference is where you're going to find all the check-in. And in the center, you're going to find, on one side, you're going to find ANA and then JAL. And then as you go farther along the semicircle, you're going to find more of the low-cost carriers, Jetstar, Skymark, Airdo, Air Asia, and those guys kind of around the farther ends. But nothing's really too far, apart from each other, so it's really easy to navigate. And then in the center is where all the shopping is. They have the shopping, I think it's called Shopping World or something like that, where you can browse a lot of the kind of only in Hokkaido omiyage, only in Hokkaido snacks. Normally there'd be like free samples everywhere and you can just munch around and, kind of enjoy it, but now there's no free samples, of course. But lots of stores and shops to check out. Good place to grab some only in Hokkaido snacks for your flight or some gifts for home. The third floor is where you're going to find the restaurants and bars. Ramen is very popular in Hokkaido, so you'll find lots of ramen and lots of kaisendans, the fish rice bowls, tempura, noodles, it has it all. The selection is actually quite extensive. If you're looking for something quicker, there's a large, spacious food court with plenty of options. I settled down with a fantastic udon curry rice set. The food court offers some great sheltered views of the outdoor operation, perfect for those less than pleasant days. And if you're looking to get away from the airport hustle and bustle, there's also a super lounge located near the food court. On either side of the food court, one side of the food court has this sky museum with all these, are they artifacts? I don't know, things from airplanes, tires and the carts that you can see there. And the other side has a little history, shows you a little bit of history of aviation in Japan with some of the memorabilia and stuff that they had in the past, which was really nice to see. And then on the fourth floor, one floor higher, just above the food court there, is the outdoor observation deck where you can observe. And today's a nice day, which is great. Maybe in December, if you're coming for some skiing, or you're coming in February for this popular snow festival, maybe you might want to avoid going outside, might be a little chilly. But that's pretty much what the third floor has to offer you in this airport. Really large, spacious, and many options. Fantastic. So this is a smile street which connects the domestic side with the international side, and it's quite extensive. I didn't go all the way down just until the Hello Kitty area, and I stopped and turned around. But sadly, we don't have the chocolate world. The chocolate world is closed. You can't go. Just the name sounds fantastic for an airport. I mean, it's huge. It's all the way down there, but nope. We can thank some certain thing for closing the chocolate world. Really horrible. So I'm just at the Smile Road area, and this road connects the domestic and the international side, and this is where you're going to find maybe a lot more of the confectionery, a lot more of the sweets. There's a Starbucks, which I guess is sweet. At the Costella place, we picked up a little bit of Costella, very famous in Japan, fantastic rich cake, and Jersey milk, and the Royce chocolate, which is closed, but next time, chocolate. So anyways, this part is where you're going to find a lot of the sweets and how to get between the international and the domestic side if that's where you're headed. So just a couple things I wanted to show you guys on the fourth floor over here. Number one, there's a game center if you like those games with the claws and you grab stuff and it falls through every time. Very popular in Japan, if that's what you want to do. There's also a movie theater here, which is really, really nice to see. If you have a long layover or you're coming from out of town, catch a movie. If you're into aviation, AvGeek, check out the flyer shop. I picked up some goods there. Really, really nice. And also what they have here, and I wanted to try this, but I just don't have enough time today. We went to the mall earlier, is they have an onsen in the airport, which is probably the most unique place that you would not generally find in an airport. It's fantastic, but I've been to onsens all week, so I'm gonna come back one day and do that as well. I need to come back and do this airport one more time. It's just, there's so much to do in this airport, so much to see, so much to eat. Just can't do it in one time. But yeah, just some nice other things you can possibly do if you have some time here. My recommendations though, if you're coming back and if you have 3 hours to spare, well, jump in the onsen for an hour. It's fantastic, nice and relaxable for your flight. Great way to set up for your way back home. Back on the second floor, it was time to jump through security. My gate for today's flight is 18 at the end of the terminal. Gateside there's nothing too impressive, consisting mainly of uniform seating. The lower ceilings and relatively narrow space is a stark contrast from the spacious check-in side. It can get uncomfortably crowded when there's a few flights departing in close succession. I did enjoy these comfortable seats with the charging ports at hand. There's a few small shops to grab some last-minute essentials, especially useful nowadays with drink and snack service being suspended. Also, if you're one of the majority of passengers headed to Tokyo, there are convenient ticket kiosks for the monorail and train to speed up your time once you land in Haneda. Overall, New Chitose is a great airport. Check-in side is spacious, intuitive, and has lots of natural light. I'd recommend spending 90% of your time here. You're really not missing much gateside. I also enjoy the unique features such as the onsen, movie theater, and the memorabilia. Besides adding more options for travelers, it also adds a uniqueness to this airport. And with that, I'll end it there. I hope you enjoy looking inside New Chitose Airport. Leave a comment and let us know your favorite part of this airport. If you have a few moments, why not check out some of these other fine airports? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around next time.